Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be doing the final part of Bitter Black Isle today. Um, part 3, the Dungeon of Daimon. As always, spoilers ahead. So we had just killed the Dark Bishop and the Cursed Dragon. We're going to use that same shortcut to go through. So what I will say about this is make sure you have something that does holy damage. Make sure you have something that does ice and lightning damage. As far as curatives and stuff, I have brought balmy incense and auspicious incense, as well as I'm bringing 39 demons periapt and 1 liftstone. We're going to turn on our lantern. It has no fuel. That's why it's off. So let me fix that real quick. Let me grab like 3 vials of fuel. I'm not going to need that many, but you know, just in case we get doused.
I fear there is loot as a man, I skip, and yet only a stronger will. If there is aught I can...
Okay, we got some tools. Lantern oil. Lantern oil. There it is. Got like 3 of those.
If there is aught I can do, say it. Only a stronger will. Oh, pray.
Okay, so we're going to head into the dungeon now. I'm going to relight my lantern. Alright, let's jump in. As before, be sure you have something that has holy. My Hunter Bolt is holy damage, my Ricochet Hunter's lightning, and my 6-fold bolt is ice. As well as Emma here has the Hallowed Dragon, which is a holy damage staff. So there's going to be a new enemy variant called Wraith, and it is weak only to holy. And if you don't have it, it's a bad time, and it's the very first thing you encounter when you walk in here.
Repairing a rift stone bears a cost.
It is a red floating ball. You can't miss it. Okay, so I'm going to ready it right now because I know it's going to be a bad time if I don't.
It's too dark.
See them right there?
Stand ready.
And they're going to run around, they're going to possess you, they're going to do a whole bunch of BS. So if you can fight one at a time, that is wonderful.
I'll imbue your weapon with holy light.
Tis a fool rushes in against an unknown foe.
Urge them with holy light.
I think there's like 5 of these dudes.
I'll imbue your weapon with holy light. Well and true.
Might be 6.
Patience and vigilance arisen.
Okay, weapons went away, so I know we're good. Okay, they dropped the rare upgrade, Maleficent Heart Shard. If you're having a little bit more trouble, you can use Rift Crystals to light this lamp. So if you see a path, go left, go right. Let's go right, it's the easier path. Okay, so a bunch of leaf worms are going to drop on us, so just run straight on through.
To relight a wet lantern, remove it.
That thing we could light, that'd take care of most of them,
Stay vigilant.
but they're not worth it.
Unremarkable at glance, will hold more.
Okay, so down here can be an eliminator, and most likely will be. So he's weak to lightning, of course. Okay, eliminator dead. So there's going to be an Elder Ogre has a chance to spawn, which it just did. And there is going to be a skeleton mage for sure. But Elder Ogre just spawned.
Skeleton sorcerer.
Should be in this room. Could be the room behind us, I'm not sure. But usually it spawns right here for me. Looks like my lantern went out. And that's what those red wraiths do. They swarm you and they kill that lantern. But we're past the Elder Ogre, so we're not going to worry about it. We're proceeding into the next room where there will be a lich, or a white. I can't remember which one it is, but it does summon undead. So you can either run past that, or you can kill it. But we're powerful enough to kill it, so why not?
The air is a whirl with rage.
Oh boy, death is here. I was not expecting that. We're going to exit this room real quick. He usually does not show up right here. So I guess death spawned.
A skeleton
That's not good.
sorcerer.
Walking bones!
Alright, we're going to re-enter the room. I've never had that happen before. The lich is already gone. I think we killed it.
This looks interesting.
What's that?
We either killed it or it despawned. I thought I saw some experience pop up before we left. So this is an exact copy of the first room. Go in there, there's a balcony, drop down in there, run down to the bottom, spiral around. I think there's spiders or snakes here. Spiders. Be careful not to catch torpor. You do not want to catch slow in this place.
What's this?
I'll take that.
And hopefully you don't get greedy and open that. I don't know if there's a manhunter in this room, but there could be. Bunch of corrupt pawns and 2 prisoner gorclops right here in the center. I don't advise messing with them. My pawns will probably attack them. There's corrupt pawns in here, as well as Garm can spawn. There'll be corrupt pawns along the way down also. Just run all the way down and get into the next room. Leap worms drop down, you saw. Okay, and we are home free. There are the same crevices and stuff. You can jump up the wall and climb into things. But I'm just trying to rush through, show you guys how to get through progression. This is your last chance right here to change your pawns and to rest and to restock on items. The Arisen's Refuge. There's a ripstone in here. There's a bunch of gold. There's a moonbeam gem in here. Barak will be here also. There'll be a new quest board. Coin Purses Charity. Airtight Flask.
We should be comparatively safe.
There's the moonbeam gem right there. There's lift stones on the table.
Seems something.
So you got a new quest here. Of course, there's an upper area too. Okay, there's a lower area as always. These should be Dragon Spit. I don't like them as much as Throw Blast, but what the heck. You know, weapons are weapons. So if my guys want to loot them, fine. I don't care about them that much. I'm going to drop off a few things so I'm not over encumbered.
When I was made arisen from the, if I took them would have. Now, will you? Now, will you have a look? What'll it be then? will it be then? Now, will you have a look?
Fine. Dude, that'd be cool. What do I need for that? Bone crest? 4 of them? How many do I have? I have 5. Okay. I can double those too. So Barrock can rarefy items that have been dragon forged, and he can make them go even further. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. It costs rift crystals, but it really boosts your weapons. So Dragon's Tempest is going up to 1020 magic. Yeah, why not? And you can also do that to your dragon, to your pawn's dragon forge stuff.
Now, will you
It doesn't have to just be weapons, it can be armor too, like my trophy jacket can be. All sorts of stuff. You just have to have the materials and the rift crystals. Okay, so before exiting out of here, I recommend saving. Now, if you are not ready to continue, I suggest warping back, because we are almost to the point of no return, and I'll explain that as we get closer. But, in here should be an eliminator.
What's that?
Those guys are always fun.
This place is sure death without a lantern.
Okay. There's lots of treasure in these rooms, but of course, if you open the first doors, you know it's a trap.
Combat needn't be grueling, Arisen. If the party needs adjusting, adjust it.
Okay. Down here is a buttload of corrupted pawns, and I mean a buttload. You can already see them spamming arrows. So, not cool. Okay, give me just a second. I'm gonna pause and I'll be right back. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. So, as you can see, that was quite a few.
But it cannot match a beacon
So,
fire's light.
Bloodstained Periaps and Idols of the All-Mother. For these guys are rare drops. Thank you to sell them as rarities. Mr. What do you call him? Mr. Archer, the one that was spamming all the arrows, he lives in here.
This looks interesting.
Okay, that's a good heal.
What's this?
So there is more treasure down here. I'm not gonna get it. You can jump down here and light this, and that will draw the pawns in. It'll mess them up. So there's more treasure there. There's some heals. Down this hallway, there's about 3 treasures. Beware of man-eaters. We're gonna go down here, and the biggest threat is going to be death.
Shall we head this way?
Okay, so you were probably wondering about the story of Bitter Black Isles DLC. This is where it starts, begins, and ends. Aura kind of gives...
Silent-hearted, dragon-forged. With hair of gold and will of tempered steel. You ransomed me from a village burnt to ash, instilled life and fight. Dearest mentor, I commend you now to rest eternal. Your servant, bereft of master and memory, I keep now my son. She lives on, your mirror in soul and body both, and I will not lose her as we have lost you. This I swear before your empty grave.
Okay, Ulrich kind of gives a little bit of, I don't know why I'm here. She has no memory. And he was talking about his former master Grete, who fought the dragon, and how her pawn became like Celine and took her form. And he kept her pawn nearby because he loved her so much that, you know, even a pawn would do.
It's the makings of a beacon fire, Master.
So I do recommend lighting this one,
To light it. This object
just because
is
these
cursed.
leaf worms are jerks.
Something feels off about that object, Arisen.
But there will be more lore before we fight the final boss of the
It is
DLC.
possible to fall prey to an ailment without ever
So
noticing.
down here is going to be
Stay vigilant.
death. He's going to be that way.
bit more light
And
can only
we are
help us
going
in
to
our
run straight for the
explorations.
door. I do not mess with death at all. There he is.
Light. Someone's learned something.
He already knows we're here. Just go. Just go. He is on to us. You see, one of my pawns dealt a very heavy hit. I'm just hoping. Oh no. That's probably an elder ogre that just spawned. Probably. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's not good.
Dispel the ailment.
Just ignore it. No big deal. There is a cheese tactic that involves you luring death all the way over to an edge, and then staggering him and knocking him off the edge and insta-killing him that way. But I just don't mess with death at all. But I do think he gives like 99.9 million experience. He's the fastest way to reach max level. But in 6 playthroughs, I have never killed death once. Alright, time for some more story.
Now choose. Stand against me or speak your wish. Offer your beloved in forfeit, and I shall see your will done.
Choose! How am I to choose? No matter my answer, the price is death. A hollow choice. Who am I to stand as arbiter of two lives? What would you have me do? You brought me here. You. If this be the will of the gods, the order of the world, then damn the lot of them. I'll tear the whole of it asunder.
Very well. If that be your wish, I shall claim my price.
Stop! No!
Access to the rift is
Tis a
vital.
well.
Okay, I'm just making sure my music's off.
Welcome surprise to find a rift stone in such a dire place.
Okay, so there is a living armor down here. Very weak to magic. Essentially, you would shoot it, it'd run up, and then it tried to charge at you, it'd fall off, it's doing a gravity kill. And that's how you would farm here. He does respawn. That's how you do the Rotunda of Dread. You'd lure the enemies, they gravity kill. Gore Cyclops, you have to stand out of the arena. There's a ledge out there, you can stand on it, just blink away until they're gone. But this guy is farmable. Very strong enemy. But Sixfold Bolt is our boss destroyer. Daimon is weak to Holy and Lightning, but Sixfold Bolt hits like 6 times, so it's guaranteed they home in on him. Dude, right here, he'll fall down.
I'll support you.
Boop, look at that health bar. It dropped like 4 health bars. So, and he's dead. Just like that. That was a very powerful enemy.
What else would you
35,000
expect with my
experience.
help?
So you imagine you come here and you
What's
start
this?
farming enemies like that, getting 30,000 experience pop, gaining 10, 12, 13 more levels, you know, however many you would gain from that, and going from there. So, like if you went to the Rotunda of Dread, ooh, a Wakestone, then the Cyclops would be pissed off at you. Prisoner Goroclops, you'd just be standing right here, and they tower over the top of this. So, I mean, you're just planking away until they're dead. They give hundreds of thousands of experience. But it's the same as the Rotunda of Dread. There's treasure everywhere. There's a bunch of ore deposits.
I'll take that.
Bunch of treasure up here. I'm gonna look for Wakestones.
Treasure, perhaps.
So if you can afford Wakestones, I'd recommend bringing them along. Because a Wakestone, if you fall, you just use it. Well, I fall, I mean your HP reaches 0. Then you just use it. It picks you up full heal. Okay, so very, 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 very important right here. This is your one chance
I'll take
to
that.
walk straight to Daimon. Once you enter this room, there's going to be no enemies, there'll be buttloads of treasure, and then there will be Daimon. If you die or you leave and you have to come back, in this room will be 3 eliminators, 2 dragons, death, a whole bunch of corrupt pawns, and then Daimon. So if you are not ready, do not walk through this door. This is your one shot. Go straight to the boss. I'm just going to give him one fight. I believe I can do it in one fight. You're going to get more story in here. Okay, so there's treasure all along these rooftops. And you can see there's plenty of rooftops. There's treasure in between the nooks and crannies. There's treasure over there. That's Diamond Sanctuary. So there's treasure everywhere. I mean, I'm right there's a treasure chest. There's a treasure chest over there. There's treasure on this roof. There's treasure on that. Treasure is everywhere in here. There's even a moonbeam gem in here. So let's walk and enjoy the lore and get right up to Daimon's door.
You have been chosen. So saying, the worm pries the heart from my breast. I was made arisen, known to the dragon, and bound to hunt it. It is a fate I embrace. What use have I for a heart left hollow? In a world without sweet Grete, my mentor, my mother, my beloved. I live only to see the dragon I claimed her slain. I will see its scaly hide stripped from bone by my hands ere I rest. Arisen, bearer of the dragon's mark, undying corpse, enjoined to make your will manifest. If my voice reaches you, heed me well. The Arisen, the Seneschal, the whole cursed world, all is but an illusion. A meaningless refrain, a hollow echo. What sense is there in giving one's life for these falsehoods? I damn them all. And I will not cease in my destruction until the last senseless cycle is broken.
The last bond rent to dust.
Stripped of its people, this place feels cold somehow.
I think that's all the lore that he gives.
Seems they're all
You just kind of follow his shadow to the sanctuary. But he wants the same thing that we want. He wants that cycle to end. He wants there to be no more dragon. He wants us to be free. And we have slain the dragon. But he also mentioned the Sin Shawl, which we have not encountered. And we won't until we collect 20 wake stones.
The marrow of my bones. Some force beckons me beyond. I will make for it, though my body fail along the way.
And you saw that was Grete trying to reach Daimon from the other side to save him. But this is Daimon.
Such a grand
So if you can imagine walking through that city with death hanging about right roughly here, 2 dragons flapping through the air, you got succubus, you got gargoyles, you got 3 eliminators standing here, you have corrupt pawns all along the city rooftops and down below, and they're casting maelstrom and they're archers, and just everything just breaks loose. But this is your one shot at Daimon. Okay, let's jump in.
I have raised and wrought destruction. Naught shall remain.
Alright, the man himself. Sitting upon a broken throne of malice. You can see a face on his chest. He's becoming a dragon himself. So, as I mentioned before about periaps, Demon's periap amplifies magic, and it stacks 4 times. Go ahead and chew on 4. We're going to be using 6-fold bolt to homes in on you. Look at that damage.
Naught shall remain. Fall, order, and be gone.
Do not get caught in that. That is a vortex that sucks you in, and if you get caught in that, you will most likely die. It's like a reverse maelstrom.
true-hearted kinsman, you have my thanks. To destroy is simpler than to create, and harder still is to see aught to fruition, to end it rightly. The infinite chain is yours, Arisen, to grant measure, to give what shape you will. And I, at last, can step beyond its span. My Grete, dearest Aura.
This object, it is cursed.
Okay, 160,000 experience. This guy usually drops Diamond's Claw
Until its curse is undone.
and Horns. He can drop level 3 gear. Pretty grisly guy. It's like a man-bat dragon thing, but this is just his first form. So if you go back through this gate right here, and you return to the surface of Bitter Black Isle, then you get a quest Diamond 2, and basically what happens is his pawn assumes the form of Diamond, because when the Arisen dies, then the pawn assumes their form. So Diamond comes back, and he has 2 phases, so he has twice as much health. So you pretty much knock him down like you would in this phase, and then that dragon would grow a face, and it'd pop off his chest, and you'd be into a second phase with just that same amount of health. Though it's more difficult, the point now of resetting Bitter Black Isle is there's stronger enemies, so you can get more experience. There's almost always a wake stone right here. But the point of now resetting Bitter Black Isle is so you can farm level 3 gear and get even stronger weapons. I'm running with level 2, which is plenty good enough. Even level 1 is going to destroy the main game. Once you've beaten this guy, I don't see a need to farm, so I never did the Diamond 2. I'm pretty sure I could. But in these chests, you have a chance to get level 3 novelties, armor, and gear.
I wonder what's inside.
There's a Moonbeam Gem, there's a novelty level 3, there's an armor level 3. Okay, so if you go out of this door, it resets Bitter Black Isle. The cool thing is you do not have to redo everything. You have to reopen all the doors, but you can run straight past the boss fights. You don't have to fight them. You just run, you hit the lever, you continue on, you run straight to Daimon, and then you farm him. So, we're going to get a new cutscene when we get out of here. So I am just going to let that play, and then I will catch you up in a little bit. I'm going to skip a cutscene. It's just going to be credits, and then I will catch up with you shortly from there.
It will be done.
I fancied myself a strong man. Strong enough to protect someone. Strong enough to love someone. I longed to prove it. To myself as much as any other. Longed to show that I could give aught back and not simply take. And yet, in that moment, I chose to cast it all away. Though I cursed the world, What was writ true in my soul was an apology to you and our master who fostered a soul within you.
You have not left to prove, my sweet. For I have known your love, and know it still. I have e'er wished nothing more than to share in your world, be it within the endless chain or beyond. Let us find our place together.
It's difficult to breathe.
The
down
air
here.
is heavy and somehow
Okay,
sad.
so what I just skipped was the credits. So now Barak will be here from the start. So he will always be here now. You will not have to chase him around. So
Feeding
that's a
one
plus.
another is our only hope in
And
surviving
now
such a
he
place.
also
It
sells,
seems the aura we met was but the soul within another's
it's not here.
flesh.
No, not gonna worry about that. This is actually a quest for finding him in the tower and purifying an item and upgrading a weapon, which we've all done. But Barak will stay down here now. He won't move around, so he'll be easier to find. If you do a quest for him and collect 3 dragon horns, you can buy level 2 weapons from him. Not all of them, but some. Purifying items is kind of it's a random thing. So you have a list of predetermined items, and you just have to keep purifying until you get the one you want. So it's kind of complicated. Your vocation determines it, and what rank the weapon is, and what you already have determines it. So it's completely random. You can do some things to like be certain vocations when you purify it to help you, but what weapon you actually get is random. So Ulra has a little bit of dialogue for us. We're going to listen to that.
We had best face the trials ahead.
I feel as if freshly awakened from some long dream. Yet I heard clear each word exchanged between you and the one who possessed me. I remember them still. That woman. She too was named Ulra. Perhaps it was that chance bond that led her spirit to me. And through me she called to you. To one whose strength of will outmatched the master of this place. Arisen or no, my own will seems a guttering candle to your sun. I shall remain here a while, I think, to contemplate the meaning of our meeting here.
Alright, and that is the Bitter Black Isle DLC. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for joining me. I hope this helped you. I hope it entertained you. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And now we are going to go farm Wakestones in the Everfall to meet the Sinshal. Thank you guys so much, and we will catch you next time.